Hello, everybody. Hey, Tom Davis again, Director of Recruiting at Student Athlete World. Uh, doing my afternoon interview, and I'm thrilled to have Quincy Wilson, the Director of Football Operations and Running Backs Coach at West Virginia State University Football. Quincy and I talk about kids. Sometimes when I have kids that I send them information on and everything. And for those of you that don't know his background, this young man was a running back for West Virginia University and then went into the NFL. And, I'm just going to let Quincy take over and ask him to give us a little bio and background information on himself. Quincy, man, you got the command.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks again for the invite. Happy holidays to you and everyone that's checking this out. Hope everyone is safe and sound. Some background on me. I got to live the dream, man. I played high school ball in West Virginia. Got the chance to go to WVU. I went there because of Don Nealon. Got 2 years with him, and then Rich Rod came in those last three. So I got two of the best coaches in West Virginia history there in my tenure. Got the chance to get drafted by Atlanta. Played there for a year. Played in Cincinnati for 3 years. So it's been a whirlwind. Of course, when you get done with football, of course, you think you're going to play for 10 years. And, that really wasn't the case for me. So I got into personal training. I was in sales. I did a little bit of everything and finally found my calling, which was, coaching football. So I got the chance to come back and coach, come back in the operations role as West Virginia. I was there for 4 years. I loved that. And then jumped into coaching in 2016 at Glenville and been at West Virginia State ever since.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? I mean, a lot of people will be interested in, and they're watching the videos, the information videos and all that with the coaches and some of my clients that I've had and are in college and some ones I have now. And I know that it was funny. I was telling people I was going to have you on, so you're going to have a pretty good audience and everything when we post it out. Right now, at West Virginia State, you're the Director of Football Operations and the running backs coach. I want to ask you, specifically, okay, Director of Football Operations, what responsibilities does that entail for you, Quincy?
For us, mainly, I assist with scheduling. So I go out, scan. We're lucky we have 3 conferences that are kind of around us. So look for games. So we play 10 conference games. So we usually need 1 conference game a year. So I do that. I handle all our buses and travel basically. So I basically handle our travel. I handle our buses, our food, hotels if it's an overnight trip like that, and just basically the administration side of things for the football program.
That's cool. Running backs coach, you have a good pedigree and everything there. Got any good running backs down at State?
I do. I'm really, I was really hoping we got a chance to play last year, but of course, due to circumstances, we've moved to spring, which it's all good. We're going to get to play 5 games, hopefully, and a chance to compete for a conference championship after that. So looking forward to got 2 veteran guys, Dante Jones and Dylan Lucas that I'm really happy about. But I have some young guns that are going to push them as well. So yeah, I got an interesting contrast of old and new.
That's good. Talk a little bit. I mean, you're just with that right there. Talk about what the competition factors like. You guys are Division II football and everything like that. Talk a little bit about does it get really competitive to get the playing time and everything?
Well, I always tell my guys, I went to West Virginia, got my degree there, I was able to get drafted, but I played behind the all-time leading rusher in the Big East Conference, okay, Avon Coburn, so for three of my 4 years there, he was the starter. So, in this day and age, where kids don't even last a semester let alone 3 years at a school. So I always tell kids, running back is not like receiver or not like O-line where 5 are playing, 4 are playing, 3 are playing. One guy can play. So it's one of those positions where, where I sometimes I get lost in it, trying to get everyone on the field, and running back is a position. It's like the hot hand in basketball. Once you hit a couple shots, you kind of ride the hot hand. So, but I think everyone has to be able to play, and I think to me, the only way you get experience is playing. So I tell my guys, if you're not starting, you need to be playing on at least 2 or 3 special teams and getting out there. And then when we're in practice, I put my guys in every situation. So, if COVID's taught us anything, that you can go from having depth to not having anybody in a position very, very, very fast. So I think, making sure everyone knows what they're doing and make sure everybody's going, especially in a position like running back where, you're one contact trace away from playing, 2 guys or a walk-on.
Yep. Good information. Going to let you do your plug now. You're at West Virginia State, academics, it's college and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to everybody about West Virginia State, Quincy, and, the advantages and what they have to offer kids.
Well, the greatest thing about higher education, I tell guys all the time, everywhere you go, it's nice. Everyone has student centers. Everyone has unions, new dorms, this and that. What's nice about West Virginia State is, and I tell guys, is like, if you're looking for the family aspect, teacher's going to know your name, that kind of aspect of school, this is the place for you. Because, we have 2,000 students, 2,500 students, but we're also a commuter school. So a lot of people are finishing up their degrees or going back to school, so our undergrad population isn't as big. So you're gonna by a month in, you're gonna know everybody. You've either seen them in the CAF, you've seen them in the dorms, you've seen them in class. Like, there ain't too many people you're not gonna know. So, I always tell guys, if that's what you're looking for in school, this is the perfect place. We're in Charleston, capital city in West Virginia. We're an HBC, historical black college. We've had extinguished alums that have come from our school, and it's I've been there 4 years, and I feel like I never want to leave. It's just people are so down from administrative, from admissions, from the teachers. Everyone is there to make sure you succeed. And at a big school, and I've been at big schools. I've been at WVU. I've been there. You're kind of just a student there. Here, like I said, they're gonna ask you, well, what happened in the game? Why aren't you in class yesterday? Because our class sizes are 15 to 25 kids. With that. So it's just if you're looking for that place, and I tell mom and dad where your son is going to be or daughter, or is going to be taken care of, not just from the football side, but from the dorms. Every day there's going to be 24-hour security there. They're going to be comfortable there. Going to class, they don't got to worry about that. Everyone's there is looking out to make sure that the college experience is the best place.
Just if I can throw something in. I mean, I went to the University of Charleston, played baseball there, coached there, and being from Pittsburgh, I was a kid that was recruited out of high school for football and all that too. The one thing that I know and can attest to is State has a great administration. It's very supportive of their athletic programs, and that means a lot also when coming. I know that they just put in Cal Bailey Field down there for baseball, and you guys do very well. I mean, I send you information. You have a few of my kids that we've talked about down there now. I want to just ask you a little bit, Quincy, the recruiting process at West Virginia State, D2 school. When would it start for a kid, and how do you go through it, and then what would you tell them as far as communicating with you guys?
Well, I know for us, being in Charleston, we're lucky to be in that valley where Huntington's 30 minutes away. I got you.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that.
Good.
But
no problem.
Being in that valley with Beckley and Blue, so we're and Columbus is being 2 hours and a half away. So I tell kids, if you're interested in playing college football, and it's just not for us, the biggest thing to get yourself on the radar and get to notice is get to camps. Okay, every school has camps. They either do day camps or they'll do camps in your area. And it's all, it's not one of those things where it's hidden. Everyone, I tell guys, the world is in your pocket. Get on your phone, Google West Virginia State. You'll see the camps. You'll see that stuff. Get to camp. So now when you get to a camp and say, as a recruiter or evaluator, I see a kid, hey, I'm David Smith from Penn Hills High School. Okay. And you have a great camp. Now you are on my radar. Well, I want to know what this kid's doing. Okay, what is his grades? What kind of kid is he now? So now the ball's already rolling. And then if the film matches up and if the film and the grades match up for what the production is, now you become a recruit up. So now you showing the initiative to us to say, hey, I want to come to your camp. I want to show you I can do that. That's the greatest thing in the world. I think always updating your huddle, making sure all your information's on there. I think that's huge. There's nothing worse than going to find a kid and that's not his Twitter or not his cell phone or the hot. It's just not. So I think always keeping current. If you do get a new phone, that's fine. But make sure your information's always updated because, I've recruited kids where I've watched one kid, seen someone else on there. Well, who's this number 8 guy? And then you try to find them and you can't find them. So information is gold. But I think the biggest thing kids can do now is just get out to those camps, get to these places and get in front of these coaches because even if I always tell guys, even if I just recruited Pittsburgh, I would need 2 months to hit every high school.
Absolutely.
2 months. 2 months to hit every high school, all 4 from 1A to 5A to vet it and do what I got to do and all that. So, but I don't have that time, So I tell kids, it's like dating a girl. I need to see what I got now. Then I'm gonna do my information on you and go from there. So, but those kids that take the initiative, always if a school invites you to a game, go. Go out. I know it's great to go to Ohio State and go to West Virginia, but if you're not getting recruited by them, it might make sense to kind of, go to a D2 game, go to a D3 game, go to there, see there, and then you might see that atmosphere and end up like it. And I always tell guys, like, I'm going to do. I was like, okay, well, that's great. You don't got to go every game. You go to one. They usually most of the D1s have 6 or 7 home games. Go to one, but go to try to find some schools that you're actually going to be attending. Now, if you plan on walking on, that's fine. But I think going to games, going to camps, and just the updated information, doing all just cross all the T's. So because that's really how you eliminate guys. So does he have the grades? Okay, now can't talk to him. Can he do this? Yes. So that's how we kind of limit. So if you got all your ducks in a row, you really can help yourself, and you look even, and then you're even a better recruit. Because now, I don't got to worry about the other stuff. I know we plug him in and we can go from there.
That's such great information because I always thought, I talk to my kids, players that I have. I coached football up here too in Pittsburgh, and I know the area real well and everything because I know that you're up around there, and mm-hmm. Just having your ducks in a row, my clients, my players, I'm like, your profiles constantly. It's like you said, keep them updated, huddle, mm-hmm. Take time, and that's what I said, college contacts, when people will look at the profiles, they're like, well, I'll do it, 1 day a week. I'm like, I put my kids on a 24-hour rule because I'm like, the other schools may be looking at it the next day and not see that and everything. So, and you say so much about, what I try to teach these kids, how to do it and what to do it and get in the camps and everything. And the other thing is, like you're saying, man, if you're not a Division I player, then, don't, it might be good to go to a camp, but you know what, go to camps where people where you can play to where they're going to see you and everything like that. So
and understand that, and understand that Division I, it's all moved up now. So they've put their early signing day, and it's helped us immensely. D2, FCS, because now, if I am a state kid in West Virginia, and I know I haven't heard or got an offer about, and they have to sign in December, I kind of could, the Ducks, the writing could be on the wall. So I think, know the recruiting just as well as we do. Know the cycle. Division I does this. Now for every position, it's different. Big lineman. There are some people that that do sign late, but I would say 90% of recruiting, the Division I recruiting is done. No, they're already, the people are talking about they're on 22s. I think, no, they're on 23s.
Yeah,
They've got the 22s because they're already biting those guys to camp now. They're that sophomore class now. So the cycle is moved up. So just, and that's why I tell guys, but get on that radar, get on that. And like I said, don't take anything in recruiting personally. They realize that, these coaches that you are talking to have 500 to 1,000 other guys that are doing the same thing you are. Hey, coach, evaluate my film. Hey, coach, what do you think? Hey, coach, this. So don't get enamored with, well, I haven't heard from you guys in 2 weeks. So, I don't think you guys are interested.
Sure, exactly. All great points. Just want to sum it up. It's been great talking to you and everything like that. COVID, big guy. It's something that everybody's going through. It hits you guys in football and everything. Give the message, Quincy. The message that you tell your players, you guys, your staff, that gets across to your players as far as getting through this and getting on the way.
Well, the first and foremost, and I don't think people think about this enough, is your mental health. I tell guys, this is unprecedented. This has never happened in history outside of maybe like war, where guys, they had to shut down, stuff. But that was, there's been a long time since that. So, none of the, for instance, I was relating some things to my son. My son's 18 years old. So in his 18 years, it's been roses and sugar dumps, all through there. So, so this is unprecedented. So I tell guys, I say, with that, but we're learning so much. Now we're Zoom calling. We've had to teach offense and all that stuff through Zoom. And we've had to evolve. We can't have 40 people in a meeting. We can only do 10. We have to do walkthroughs. We can't. We've had to adjust it, but we're able to still play. We're able to still get it done. Like I said, college football got through it. NFL, I think they haven't had canceled one game. So it can be done. But again, you have to take it seriously. You can't. If there's protocols in and there's stuff like that, you got to follow them, because this is a serious disease, and it's effect. And I always tell my guys, it's not. You don't have to worry about yourself, but you got to worry about your teammates, because your one decision can affect this whole team, and it's easy to tell them, when, during the day, okay, well, don't drink, don't party, sacrifice this, sacrifice that. But this is so much, this is such in your face for these guys, that everyone, not one of our guys on our team has not been affected by this. They've had an aunt, they've had, whoever get it or catch it, or multiple players. So, it's serious and it's real to them. And I always tell guys, it's not real to you. And, things don't make sense until it's real to you. And this is real to them. So it's easy. We really don't got to do that much, talking about it, because they know the seriousness of it, but they also know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We didn't get to have games, but we did get to practice. We usually got 12 or 13 practices in the fall, and we're going to hopefully get to play a couple games in the spring, and and then will it ever be back to normal? I hope so, but if not, we'll adjust.
Great message, and your words will be good for everybody to see and everything like that. And you've made some great points about how to go about recruiting and different things like that. Quincy, man, I appreciate you taking the time before Christmas to get on with us and help
anytime.
me out.
You guys do a great job. I'm glad to help, and again, looking forward to watching these bowl games and watching this playoff football and Super Bowl, and I'm a football junkie, so I'm all about it. I'm glad we're having spring season because now we got football year round.
I got to put you on here then. Who's the national champion for football?
You know what? I like, yeah, of course, I think Bama, I mean, we'll get past Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's really good. I think they'll play better than they did in the ACC championship game. But, I mean, I think Alabama just has too many guns. I think that Clemson-Ohio State game could be a toss-up, but I think Clemson just has that they have that it factor guy, you know, that the
Sure.
Trevor Lawrence. And then I think when Bama, Alabama, you know, for the fifth time or every time they got into it, I think it's one of those games where it'll be another classic game. But I think Clemson just has that one special guy who can get it done, kind of like in basketball where, you know, you got that guy who can always get his shot. I think he's always going to put him in the position to win. So I think Clemson gets another one.
I can agree with you. You know what? I think Clemson knows how to ride that horse, and having him back, he's a special player.
Yeah.
Now I got to go Super Bowl, and then I'll let you go.
You know what? I mean, I love the Chiefs. I think they're one of those teams. They're a special team. Mahomes, I mean, he finds a way to you always time you think, oh, this is the game, and they finally get away. And I think it's going to be the Packers. I think it's Aaron Rodgers' year. I think Mahomes and Rodgers in the Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs go back to back.
Can't argue. I mean, they're healthy and they're skilled all over. Their offense would probably give anybody headaches trying to set.
And that's the thing, you know. If Kelsey gets hurt, okay, we'll do this. If Tyreek can do it, okay, we'll run. You know, it's just they got every answer. You know, their defense plays just good enough. You know they're not going to give up. 30 points. So it's just like, what is your strategy against them? You know.
You're correct, man. I'm right there with you. Well, big guy, I appreciate it, man. Wish the staff and you, your family, and everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Thank you.
I'll continue to stay in touch. I have a couple younger ones, not ready for you yet, but you know what? I'm going to start getting them down into your camps and stuff like that so that you can see them.
Awesome. Yep, never too early to get evaluated.
All right. You take care and you have a great holiday.
Happy holidays, man. Take care.